Well, we say good afternoon, folks. Thanks for joining us live from the Iron Gate, Virginia community in District Number 17, Montserrado. My name is Ayesin Iba, and I'm here with my colleague, and also we have behind camera, Aaron Talu. So jointly, we're going to be bringing you this live broadcast. As you may be aware, we are into day 3 of the Ministry of Public Works demolition exercise that has been carried out along the Bombing Highway, and this is intended to give a free corridor for the pavement of the road from the St. Paul River Bridge moving up to the Pole River. If you have been someone who traveled along the bombing corridor like myself, then it would be of great interest to you that this is necessary, that the government of Liberia is developing so much interest in making sure that this corridor is given an express lane as compared to other countries around the globe. So yes, to do this, the Ministry of Public Works freshly began the issue of mapping, or if you may, zooming, and that idea about what is going to take place here, some of the structures that may be affected once the demolition exercise begins. So we passed that stage already, and now what is going on is that the Ministry of Public Works for the past 3 days have been on the work of demolishing structures that they mark and they deem necessary to get off the road. So here today, it all started from the St. Paul. And good for the Ministry of Public Works is that residents of District Number 17 are cooperating with the Ministry of Public Works in making sure that even before the machine arrive on the scene, they are already de-roofed their buildings, making sure some of the containers along the road are removed even before you have the machine coming in. So yes, it is making the work of the Ministry of Public Works easy so that the machine can move in. Like you look in the back here, you see some of the structures here. Of their belongings in the shop or stores along this route, making sure that they cannot be the victim in the process. Although the demolition of some of the buildings here are not something that you want the folks to be happy with, but if you talk to most of the folks here, they are in pain, but on the other hand, they are applauding the government of Liberia for making sure that yes, this place will have from the St. Paul River going up as far as the Waterside area. So I'm here with my colleague Tamara Fofana, and she's been following the exercise, and she will have a 1 or 2 before we move over to give you a full look of the workings here in District Number 17, Montserrado County. Tamara, I want to say good afternoon, welcome.
Yes, I think just as we are just saying, it is true that this time right now it will be a sad moment for all of us because nobody would want to see their own property being destroyed. And you know, yesterday was here. It was not an easy moment. It was actually a sad moment. You know, some people are really crying, and they have one elderly father who was, you know, so mad when they were destroying his property right up there, and his daughter was also crying behind him, say, "Papa, I beg you stop, Papa, I beg you stop." But it's true that people are sad now, but surely, as soon as possible, in the next few years, after the construction of this road being expanded by the government, people will be happy because commercial vehicles will be free to pass around here, and you will have good, beautiful places around here to be free to sell your market, you know.
So we're just coming a little bit to give Aaron a space because some of the folks here are using the sidewalk to move. Yeah, but go ahead.
So it is true that it is not a happy moment now, but very soon we all will be happy to see the expansion of this road. The comparison of you guys going out of the country and coming back and be boasting that, oh, the people country up there is very beautiful and beyond. You know, it's not going to, those people did not just start and build their country overnight. They pass through the same process, the process of pain, the process of struggle, the process of destruction. So after all of those things passed, there was a very good development in those countries like Ghana, like Nigeria, that you can visit and come back and be comparing that they are beautiful than Liberia. This is how it started. So it's just a time to be patient as government move on with this development process in our country. So we'll be moving around with Ayasin and Aaron here to show you how the process is going on with the demolition.
So what used to happen normally, Liberians, once they receive notice from the Ministry of Public Works about the demolition exercise, it was something like this would never come to fruition. It's going to be like you will receive the citation for nearly 6 months, going up to 6 years, and you can have any machine coming on the side to even demolish the property. So it was giving rise to Liberians having the perception that, well, once the government announced that they want to demolish properties, it will not actually come to light. So this was paving the way for people to encroach on government property as compared to now. So now what's happening is from the dweller area coming as far as the District number 17, Iron Gate, Virginia, one would want to surmise that even if you are ahead of us somewhere around Bombay, you better start beginning the removing your structures from the west side, because if it was actually marked by the Ministry of Public Works, obviously once you can see folks ahead of you, properties are being demolished, obviously you know that your property will also be removed or demolished.
So you don't need to wait for government to come. And you know, this notice was given to people who were owning these properties for over a year. You know, I can remember Anthony Williams went to the boulevard there when they were doing the mapping. You know, even giving the people their settlements. You know, so all those things have been settled from the government. So you know about that, and you don't have to wait for government to come. And one thing I want to say is that people who've been living on the government property, you know,
Hotel Africa. Hotel Africa is just a case away from this, because the Ministry of Public Works have already given folks within the Hotel Africa vicinity 1 month. So from September 18 to October 18, you have a luxury of time to vacate the Hotel Africa area.
Of course. So you see, even when the process of removing the people from the LPRC back then, you know, it was the same process that took place. You know, they will give you a longer time to prepare yourself. They settle you to move out, but you refuse to move because you say, government just talking, they won't do it. No, this government have come with different mindset. This is a government that have come with the mindset of development, implementation. So you have to be aware and be ready at any time when they give you a notice that we are coming to this side to settle you, to give you a better life. So be prepared. And what I wanted to say is that if you are owning a land and you call a surveyor, and then the surveyor will survey your land, the demarcation will be there, the street, they will show you the streets. They will show you where your house is supposed to be established. But you will still pass by the demolition of the, you know, where you're in the street and something, and they meet, and come on the street, and all of these things will be the waste of time where this kind of process is taking place. So you already know when the surveyor come to you and say, this is where you're supposed to establish or develop your land, your property on this land, to not cross that land, that particular demolition to go across. It will give government hard time, and it will give you hard time. And then I heard people talking say that government is supposed to give them something before they move there. Then it's a government property. I don't think you'll be on a government property, and then you say somebody will pay you to move on there where you know it belongs to the government.
Yeah, that actually have been, so we try to move a little further. That have been the OH thing.
That on the main street that you will say, you know, buildings that does not represent.
Yeah, these are makeshift structures.
Of course, you know, something like this, you now want to waste government time for not developing a road that would help commercial vehicles to pass around or for people to move around, you know. So you have to accept development. But I'm sure people are willing. I'm not very sure that they are not willing to develop. You know, the mindset of the Liberian people now is development. We are past that stage of, I don't want to move on. Most citizens want to see the country better for now. It has been a very long time. So maybe we can ask around and see how people views are like for this process.
So obviously we will engage the views of some of the residents here and those who were actually affected some way, somehow. But this is a clarion call to Liberians across the country that it's not time that you stay off government properties and try to know the boundary between private lands and government-owned property, because this is coming at a time where government is not willing to spend additional money on folks who knowingly and willingly took upon their hard time to erect structures on government-owned land. So yes, it's day 3, and we are somewhere around the Iron Gate community, specifically in Virginia, District number 17 is where we are, and the Ministry of Public Works is actually a morning road from the Zimbabwe Bridge to Bowater side, the bridge that separates Liberia from Sierra Leone. And it will interest you to know that some of the folks are also benefiting from this exercise, that they are acquiring debris from the demolition exercise. If you will refer to them as less fortunate or Zogos, they are also benefiting from this exercise.
Yeah, because I can see them packing all the remaining, the things, the wires.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. I'm sure they're taking it to the iron factory where they can weigh it and tell them how much it costs, and then they give them something to remove. And some women will even take it for their market tables. The stakes being out of that place, they will be taking it for market table on the market. But this is how the corridor of the Sipor Bridge is like now, because government is demolishing these places, structure that does not belong on.
So Aaron, you want to zoom in a little bit, like you see, like we said, some of the folks are taking upon their time to have their property or valuable items from this demolition, so that those who are referred to as less fortunate Liberians or Zogos may not trample upon their properties. Unlike other communities, I saw in the Oro era, when the public works moved in to demolish some of the makeshift structures as of folks who were actually resisting the Ministry of Public Works. But unlike District number 17, folks here are not really engaging into violent activities anymore.
Yeah, because they are very calm. They even happy to remove their own thing, you know. But one thing I want to say to the people of Hotel Africa there is that do not sit back to say, oh, government will not do it. Just keep watching. As you can see, they told the people the same thing and they gave them the time frame when they were going to come to do this process. So your time frame has been given to you. Start preparing to get to give government way to come and develop that place. Liberia cannot remain the same. Liberia will not be the same. Be part of this development process. This is a country that belongs to all of us. Let's help to build this country. President Walker has come on board with the mindset of thinking Liberia.
So, I want you to paint the camera. See some of the things that were actually on the main road. You're talking about guests coming from other countries, Sierra Leone, using this route. You want to see some of the images or the materials that are on the front view along the route here. So these are all unnecessary materials, having old zincs, tires, rotten goods, all placed along this route.
A country where I used to be a place of tourism, you know, world leaders used to leave their country to come to this country to see now how it is, you know. So this is what you need to be prepared to give way so that all of these things can be out of here. Because if somebody comes from the country and know and say this is Liberia, the Liberia that I know of more than 100 plus years, this is not what I was thinking to come and see. So let there be something else now. Let there be a new look of this country. Yes, let there be a new look of this country. So we need to try our best to remove this kind of dirt. Like the marketers are just, from the market, they just pack all their dirt at night and then put it on the road. Even if government or PCC tell them, say, pack this there somewhere, you still see it on the road. So all those ideas have to be stopped. We have to be aware of cleaning our country, preparing this country ourselves. This is not a one-man thing. It is everybody's thing.
This is not a one-man thing. It is everybody thing. That's the word from my colleague, Damowa Fofana. And if you are from Bombay County or Grand Cape Mon County or even Sierra Leone, you will agree with me that this is a laudable venture taken by the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Public Works in making sure that, yes, this route can have a paved road from the Simple Bridge to Bombay County, Grand Cape Mon, and as far as the Old Waterside area. I have traveled on numerous occasions along the Bombay Highway, both riding motorbikes and also vehicles. I have seen the deplorable condition of the bombing corridors, and if the government is coming in to say, well, this is a priority to our government that we pave the corridor from the Simple River Bridge to Waterside. It is of great interest of people from Bombay County, Grand Cape Mon, and Sierra Leone, and Liberia as a whole should also embrace the idea coming from the government of Liberia.
Yeah, so I just want to remind the people that are watching us, if you just joining us, we are on the Simple River Corridor, where public works is demolishing structure from the way to do the pavement of the new road. So keep following us. I will bring you this update.
And let's also inform you that you have huge presence of officers from the Liberia National Police who are also on the standby. You don't want to take chances of abuse. What may unfold. So it's always good that the Ministry of Public Works moves in with officers from the Liberia National Police and making sure access in carrying out their work along the corridors deemed necessary for demolition exercise. So whatever you are watching, we say thanks for joining us, and it's day 3 of the Ministry of Public Works demolition exercise, paving the way for the pavement of roads across the country. But this time it's coming from the District. Who was serious and excited about what is happening. You want to say good afternoon, welcome to LMT.
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
Okay, what's your name?
Joseph David.
What do you make of the demolition exercise being carried out by the Ministry of Public Works?
You know, let development when it comes to the kind of thing, yeah, very good. The government working.
There are people who believe that this is not in the interest of the country. You're looking at people, stores, shop, and breaking it. Where do you expect them to go?
But they will find different places now. Because development can open. Yeah. The same thing happening in Ghana. Ghana develop. So at least the government doing well. Like this. They open the road. If that falling, we'll be happy. But when they make it like this, it will not be fun about it. So the government doing well.
You have property along this road?
Me? Yeah.
Where?
My property far from the road. My property up here.
So you are happy because your property are going to be in the right away?
If my property could be right on the right away, the government can tell that woman like leave my own. That development it can open. Yeah.
What do you expect? Because some people may say that government is just destroying properties from the road, but they are not coming with the development. What do you have?
No. The government will come with development. You know, before development come, it come open. The same thing we're looking at here today, it happened in Ghana today. They get our head bridges all around. Yeah.
Have you been to Ghana?
No, I can see it on social media, you know. We see other countries on the internet, and we say, the country found. Yeah, you know. So, like the country are all country. So, we got to develop the country. Some people will cry, and some people will be happy. So,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, thank you too.
Say your name again.
Joseph David.
Thank you, Joseph. Joseph F. David expressing his interest here.
Just what we're saying. You know, it may be a sad moment, but people are really happy to see what is going on because everybody ready now for development. Everybody ready for development. Everybody want to see the change, the new look of Liberia that we've been over years, over ages. So this process from government is not a process that you would say nobody wants. People are really waiting to have this process right now.
So still moving in. Let me see if I can talk to this lady who is here. I want to say welcome to MTV. What's your name?
Mani Fatu Chalewa.
Fatu, what do you make of the demolition exercise? Government removing some of the structures along the corridor.
Yeah, okay, we're happy because we want development.
What do you say to people who say, well, it's not necessary that government remove structures along the way? Where do you expect people to say, oh, you're breaking down structures?
Yeah, even though they say the puppet doing bad, but to us, we know that are good thing because if our road not fixed, no development will come. So we're happy. Those are, they say they help Anyway, eh?
Okay. Thank you very much.
Fatu Jaliba.
Thank you very much, Fatih Jaliba. So if I could get a view of this lady who is seated and just watching me, I want to say welcome to LMTV. What's her name?
My name is Anna Sisi.
Okay. First, of the demolition exercise along this corridor.
Because human takes what was selling or control not be developed. Because much people want to sell develop in the advance. The monarch and destroy the structure and the open. Man, the role construction of
Shouldn't be like you come to manage your property and full fire and see anything.
At least the way they manage the places, at least for 1 or 6 months, we must see the improvement, we must see and we will be all happy. But we will not be seeing our places poor, then we'll be looking at the development are going on, we will not go down well with us.
Thank you once again. Say your name.
Anna Sisi.
Thank you very much, Anna Sisi. Take our own view here. But folks, we are still here along the Bombay corridor from the St. Paul Railroad Bridge corridor. But let me get the view of the gentleman here. I know some way, somehow, you're probably go affected just by an inch. I want to say welcome to LMTV, sir.
Welcome.
Maybe only a little bit.
Yeah,
What's your name?
it's Sean here.
What do you make of the exercise, demolition exercise being carried out by the Ministry of Public Works and making sure to clear a corridor for the road people?
No problem. We had a lot of things. Very happy with the road process. We tell quite for what happened now. Really, I'm happy with the from
I've also you cannot remove our property, demolish our property without giving you anything.
money for them. For me, I don't have the money. Yeah, but never thank you for what you do. The development, the how the development. I know. We go for that's what.
Tell me how serious you really need development. Some of you have smartphones, you go on the internet, you see other countries in terms of where their country.
Tell me how eager are you for what is happening? Our president, Kwak, he long life. Because other people never did what's happening now. Yeah, I love that enforcement.
You say your name again?
Me is Shanky.
I see that man just looking at you, like you get different view on the whole Sunday. Where are they?
I'm Samuel P. Nimle.
What do you make of this exercise, Samuel?
No, it's good because development in the country bring more people popularity from us that we know what we are doing here because some countries are better more than us. And we are far from them trying to say that they are way ahead of us. Nothing improving. Places is seen, we're using one quota, so we pray that there will be development and we'll see some changes.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
We will take a U-turn because the machine is moving to pass the Iron Gate area. Since the morning hours, the machine started more since the morning hours, and they had to take some break out. So they are resuming the demolition exercise. So while we were actually giving our followers a pictorial look of the work being carried out here by the Ministry of Public Works, and also talking to some of the folks affected and not affected. The machine just passed by and is heading for the Iron Gate Junction. So you are experiencing a little bit of traffic because the machine is already ahead, and we have to leave the road before you can have a free flow of traffic no more.
Yeah, so I just seen, as we heard from the people, they said how excited they are for this development. So you can see the road. The center of the road is the only place that you can see the quota. All around here, there is no pavement, you know. Even the crossroad, even though when you're supposed to cross, when you're supposed to not cross. And this is a very basic commercial area. You see people on motorbikes, tricycles, buses, even trucks all around here. So there is a need for government to develop this place for you and myself safety, so that you can know where to cross, when to not cross. You see? So we are going to follow to the yellow machine out there to see the work that will be done for us.
Yes, if you look at the shots of the road here, it's very high. This is a road that have outlived its existence. This road been here for rack of 80s, and if you listen to some of the folks, they are saying that, well, we applaud the government for the exercise being carried out, but we will also encourage the government that this road shouldn't be a two-way road. At least you can make it better than the current one.
Where the way, Dama? Put it like this.
Tu le siento, ¿eh? Ahora no le pone problema.
Yes, so folks, let's take this quick break from our microphones angle, and then we'll be back with the quality of the sound. We want to do a sound check.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, like big price.
So just go in the comment section and give us the feedback from the quality of sound here. We just made an adjustment in the quality of sound from this live broadcast, so we want to get the feedback from you. Tell us how well are you receiving the sound quality. So yeah, that's so these are all makeshift structures along this route. District number 17, Montserrado County. So this place guess is a strap here where you have folks here purchasing all irons, zincs. I'm told they were given sufficient time to remove yes. So trees are all falling to the ground. So the zoning division of the Ministry of Public Works is carrying out this demolition exercise, and it's day 3 from the Simple River area or Simple River Bridge. We are now around the Iron Gate community. So if you are ahead of us, just keep yourself informed and get ready for removing your structures. As long as you receive citation from the zoning division of the Ministry of Public Works, or if your properties or property were marked, then obviously you know that they will have to be demolished by the Ministry of Public Works. So we are here, and it's about 21 minutes to 5 o'clock. And this exercise is still ongoing.
Where are you going? Where are you going? No, no, you know. You know.
So Aaron, as you can see, imagine the time frame that was given to these people before public works would come to do this work. The tire shop, they stayed here. They would not have even touched anything. I don't know, they were waiting for the public works to come before they started doing their own work. Because as we're passing, we saw some of them knocking the thing and trying to take it off. But it's public works will not wait for you to pass and we'll come back. So if they give you the time, you should make use of the time.
I mean, one thing I noticed in Liberia, there's never enough time to do particular thing. If you give Liberia men 1 month, after a month or two, if you come back, you still ask for additional time. So similar thing implies here. I believe that this structure were marked a couple of months ago, but again, there's not enough time to do anything in Liberia. So that's what you see here.
So now we are holding on to the LEC staff because there's a LEC wire that being hooked up to the tree right there, and the work cannot go on until that wire be removed because there are individuals are seriously on them for their own safety. So we have to wait, same as the public works people have to find a way to remove that wire before the work.
Yeah, sure. We are still here to see. One thing I can say is that this whole process, since the beginning, they have been very peaceful so far as compared to other areas. But this one has been very peaceful, and even residents along the road, they are trying to embrace government, and they are hearing national government as well for the job done so far.
You even hear from passerby that, oh, Joseph Boka, thank you to the government. So everybody around here, standing here, they're feeling the process. They're feeling it like a good process. You know, I don't know if we'll have chance to go to that Shakuna to ask why he wasted time. You know. What the time they gave him for, he didn't even make use of the time.
So in Liberia, what you see right here, normally call it scrap. Yeah, so normally they gather all zinc. Officer, you guys will go call up that branch here. Once you call that branch, you'll use it down. Why name is not calling?
He said they were just, about to remove these things to put it to where they were building the new site. So I asked him, was government gave you a long time to do that? Why you didn't do it? He said, yes, we know. So I asked him to come in when they came out to he said, no. So you see, they know and they are aware, but say they don't want, just as they are saying, there's not enough time for environment. They always say it will not happen. They overload everything.
Yes, certainly. So, for this woman, the property was marked since 2017, between 2017 and 2018. Going back in 2017 and 2018, people still asking for time. So, I mean, there's not enough time for Liberia to do anything. If you want to get Liberia time, meaning you keep giving Liberia time until the end of the work.
So, the people of the property, for those who are saying, oh, maybe they just came and remove the person property and that person will be out of, job or something. The owner of the property know when he's going to remove these tires from here, and he was actually paying his new site back there when you can see the thing behind the tree. But I don't know what time he wasted for that long time.
That member, I'm going to that bridge, no.
No, it's okay, I didn't see this. Now,
If we just went there,
We can't do the people. I'm sure they actually know what to do. So they give them chance, let the viewers watch what is going to happen.
Go down there.
So what is happening now, folks? There is a so one of the tree branches that actually went directly over the LEC distribution line, and so there was this fear that it would have affected the main tension line along the road. So residents were being cautioned to stay off the area for fear that anything would have happened. But thanks to the instrumentality of the officers here from the Liberia National Fire Service, Liberia National Police, and the fellow who is the owner of this place as well. So they jointly removed the broken tree branch from the distribution line. So we'll go back to where the actions is taking place.
Discussing with your board.
So it seems like this will do it for today's demolition exercise here, as we've been told by the zoning director. But we also attempt to see if we can have a word or two. So they are still marking some structures going beyond the previous marks that were placed on some of the buildings. So folks, this is how we want to bring this broadcast to, and it all started 2 days ago, the tree that the Ministry of Public Works is along this route from the Simple River Bridge, moving as far as Bowater, carrying demolition at some of the structures that are in the right of way are being removed. And for some of the folks along these places that they are doing about themselves and making sure that they are not sitting to wait for the machines to come in before they can have their properties de-roofed. So it's good on the part of residents of District number 17, Montserrado County. So we will encourage others to do the same, because it's a gradual process, but it's moving forward day by day. So just before we bring this broadcast to a closure, we want to get a word or two from my colleague, Damoa Fufana.
So that's it, Ayesin. And before we come to the end of this broadcast for now, I just want to tell all of you that are being given this notice, get ready, be prepared. Government is actually coming your way to remove what you have, what they told you to remove. So get prepared. You can see some of your colleagues or friends are already removing their own roofs. So if you know the most important part of your house and you still need it, call somebody on the work of the Liberian people to make this country a better place for you and myself.
Yes, if you speak to majority of the folks here, they will all tell you that we need development. We need development. It's now time that Liberia can be compared to other countries in the region and globally. And so yes, development is the hallmark of every country. And so it's the same year with residents of District 17, Montserrado County. They are willing, they are eager to see a paved road passing through their communities and going as far as Bowater. So yes, we say thanks for watching, and tomorrow again, the team will be here with another coverage from the Iron Gate area. So yes, stay off government properties, because you never tell when government will get ready to use their facility. So it's not a good thing to engage into encroaching on government property with the mentality that they will never come to develop their property. So thanks for watching. My name is Ayes Niva. My colleague Dama Fufan has been here, and also Aaron Talu has been behind camera. Thanks for watching. Till we meet up tomorrow again. It's a pleasant good evening from Grove, District 17, Montserrado County.